Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into tonight's video review, I'm going to recap a couple of things that I've covered through this channel before, and it begins with the diamonds. So here in the ETF of DIA, you've got some really interesting signals, and from the most basic way that I follow them is the idea that the squeeze on any time frame can be paired with the 21 EMA, and as long as that moving average is respected, well, then you look for the signal to fire or to have a directional move in the direction of the moving average. So moving average for the most part, lower left to upper right. And that is one thing that I believe could set up the diamonds for higher prices. As we get into tomorrow's CPI data, obviously that will be very critical for what these charts do. And if we wake up on Tuesday, get into the cash session, and the diamonds have broken this little ledge that's forming here at 335, well, then this idea is not going to work. And this will become some serious overhead supply, very likely moving back down into the broad moving averages. But provided nothing drastic in that way changes, I begin this by looking at the DMI, where DMI plus is above DMI minus. That is one way of saying that bulls are in control. If we look at the squeeze, you have 2 days of that histogram rolling higher, and the same idea with the respect of the 21 EMA. So, some of the most important things that we'll be watching inside that diamond movement is that of Apple. At any moment, you could quote Apple for a steeper pullback and say even just a reversion back to the mean. Pulling back into the 21 EMA would be a very typical thing after making the external retracements of that previous move. But the other way I'd have you look at this is that the post-earnings move, right? Because you have essentially that session that moves up and through the earnings announcement. And while we may be extended up into here, you can also argue that the momentum of the post-earnings run, right? That is a catalyst, that is a binary event that as participants interpreted it, we're still inside all of that range. So you pull back, you can see that Friday caught a bid at the 10 EMA. So if this is more of a momentum play, that's going to be a key piece of what would push the Dow higher. And the biggest thing that could derail it, or at least what you want to watch for the correlation here, is that of the dollar. So the dollar has a daily low compression squeeze. If this fires long, that's going to be another big part of what would put pressure in the diamonds, cause Apple to pull in further, etc. So I very much want to be keeping an eye on this, but I believe those are some of the most important products to be focused on and some of the patterns that I see inside them. So I hope you find that helpful. Have a great rest of your evening, and I hope to see you in one of the rooms tomorrow. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.